Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today I have a special one for you. It's a GameStop story. What? Obviously from the title, whatnot. But, there's been a lot of ill will, spoken about GameStop over the past few years. I'm not a big GameStop fan. I've had a lot of negative experiences, but I've also had a lot of positive experiences as well, if I'm going to be truthful about it. But there's many reasons why I've shied away from shopping there. Last time I've been to a GameStop was when the NES Classic came out. I choose to buy my games off of Amazon and, maybe Best Buy, sometimes Walmart. Just depends. Mostly Amazon, be honest with you. You get a brand new game for $47.99, for having Amazon Prime. Why wouldn't I go there? So, there's more to it than just that, but my past stories are for another time. This is a recent story of something that just happened over the past few days. Unbelievable boo-boo. If you stop the video here, that's what it is. Boo-boo. Story done. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and discuss this nonsense with GameStop. Okay, guys, so this is where the story begins, and this is my most recent experience. Like I said, all the other negativity, crazy crap that's happened, save it for another time. So recently, I've been buying some retro games off of Gamestop.com. Like I said, I don't go to the store, but looking at some of these games, I've been buying a few Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 cartridges off of Gamestop.com. Really looking at it, their prices are better than Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, OfferUp, local game shops. I'm like, what the heck, man? This is crazy. Let me go ahead and gamble on this and get some games that I want. I'm not a big collector, but I do want to get some games that, I have nostalgia for and I still want to play. So I've been buying a handful of games here and there. Nothing crazy. Most of them $5 to $10 games. A couple of them, $20 or so. But a lot of times, I'm taking advantage of buy two, get one free deals, stuff like that. Just really makes it worth it. You don't know the quality of the game you're going to get, the condition of the game, especially with the retro stuff. So every game that I've gotten has been, the label's perfect, cartridge is perfect, maybe a little dirty, got to clean it up. Whenever I get a used cartridge, I always take it apart and clean it and whatnot. Usually I'll just clean the pins first and then test it, make sure it works, and then I'll disassemble it. Clean the plastic and everything. Make sure she's nice and beautiful. But recently I got a game that was shipped to me from them that cost around $25, $26. It was the most expensive game, retro game that I bought from them. And I get it and I look at it. One of the screws was missing on the back. It was a 3-screw Nintendo game. And there was a crack by that screw where the screw was supposed to be. It was obvious this was not from shipping. It was not shipping damage. This was just the way it was traded in. The reason I know this is, first off, the screw wasn't in the little baggie or in the box that it came in. Second, the crack, there was some discoloration around the crack, so it was obvious that it had occurred a long while ago. And over time, the cartridge discolored a little bit, for whatever reason. So it was like, okay. I tested the cartridge out anyway. It did not work. It just would not work. Tried it on multiple systems, a couple different AVSs, Retron, all that good stuff, original hardware. The game wouldn't work. It's like, dang it, the next cheapest price I could find for this game was almost $10 more. So I grabbed it. I found a copy on eBay where I saw the quality of it, the condition. Figured, screw it. Let me just get it over with. I really want this game. Let me buy it. Bought it. Figured, what? I'm not going to ship this back. I'll just go take it to a GameStop store. So I'd held on to it for, a couple days. Didn't have the time to go take it back. But just by chance, a few days ago, I was out and about and the cartridge was in my car. And I had the packing list, the order summary or whatever you need to take in. And I stopped at a place where there was a GameStop. And I said, hey, let me go in there and take this back, get my money back, be done with it. Take it in there. Excellent customer service. No questions asked. Let me go ahead and take care of that for you, bro. Here's your money. Do you want to renew your Rewards Pro membership, whatever it's called? No, thank you. But thanks for offering. Maybe another time, bro. You know, they're always got to push something. I wasn't spending no money. But by chance, you know, when the guy's giving me my money back, they had a glass case right there with some retro games in it. Like I said, I haven't been to a GameStop in a while. I wasn't aware that they were actually selling retro games in the GameStop locations. I thought it was online only. So I'm like, whoa, cool. They had an NES controller in there, original NES controller, top-notch condition for $5. It was like a little over $5 with the membership price. I'm like, whoa, dude, I'll go ahead and take that. You know, can never have too many controllers. And then they also had another game that I wanted. Not that I needed, I wanted it, but Double Dragon 2 for $8.99 pro member price. So I said, you know what, screw it, let me take those. Take them, I get home, take the cartridge, clean the pins. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, it's kind of a dirty cart. The label's a little messed up. No big deal. It's only, you know, $9. The game that I wanted anyway. It's not the worst condition I've seen a game in. Plug it in my system, doesn't work. Tried it on a few systems like the previous game, doesn't work. Now there's probably a reason behind that. Let's go ahead and take a close look at this cartridge, why don't we? Okay, so taking a look at her. Pre-owned Double Dragon 2. Like I said, not the best condition, but all right. We do have a date here that they put it out for sale, which was just recently, July 15th. Looking at her, not too bad, not too bad. Pins aren't, you know, horrible. I did clean them up, but like I said, the game didn't work. But let's look at that date again, 7/15. Now let's look at the label they put on the back. Defective return to warehouse. Sent to warehouse, 8101. The date, July 10th, 2017, with the store number on there. What in the world is this nonsense? Let's talk about this, because there's more to it. A lot more. Okay, guys, so looking at that cartridge, like I said, you got that defective return to warehouse label on there, and the cart is legitimately defective. Now, was that an oversight? Was that just a simple oversight on GameStop's part? Did they take it in as a return, set it aside, and then some new employee possibly didn't realize and marked it for sale? No, that's not what happened. Do you want to know why I know that's not what happened? Because I was back in that area. I went back into that store. The game that I just returned, that was cracked and missing a screw and did not work and was returned defective, was in that glass case. They were selling it for the same price that I paid for it. What is this nonsense? When will GameStop learn? One time, seeing that happen, okay, I'm not going to be too angry about that. It did piss me off, but it was like, you know, I try to be a sensible, reasonable person. And I thought, maybe it was just an accident, whatever. But I went back to that store, and I didn't go back to return this because I didn't have it with me. I'm actually going to return it at the store down the street from me. But by chance, I was like, you know what? Let me just go in there, see if they got anything new, because I was in the area again. It's a good, 30 minutes away from me. I figured, screw it. And then I see that. I wish I would have taken a picture of it, because it was just nonsense. But to see that happen, they take these retro games and are they thinking, okay, maybe it didn't work on one person's system, but it'll work on somebody else's. Let's go ahead and just put it out for sale again and see what's the worst that happens. Person's going to bring it back. The best that happens is the game actually works for somebody else. Well, yeah, that could happen. You know, somebody could get this and it's just dirty and it didn't work and they didn't clean it properly. So they return it and then I get it, clean it, properly, use it and it works. That could happen. I understand that it could happen, but it's not good business practice. If you're going to take retro trade-ins and not test the games, not clean them, not actually refurbish anything, you shouldn't be in the business. You shouldn't be playing with people like that. I think it's ridiculous that you're going to take an old cartridge, 20, 30 years old, not even bother testing it. Like, if you can't test it in store, I understand you're taking a risk on buying stuff that doesn't work. But you have these centers that supposedly check and test and clean things up. You guys aren't cleaning these cartridges. I know that, Big deal. I could clean them myself, but you're not testing them. Maybe you should not be in the business. Somebody could have submerged this underwater. I don't know. Somebody could have opened it up and peed on it. I don't know. I don't know what the heck people are doing with these games. But for some reason, I've gotten a couple games that didn't work. But if you know it's defective or it's been returned as defective, don't resell it. If you're not going to test it and clean it yourself, do not resell a defective game. Even if, the store is far away from me, and like I said, I didn't travel there just to go there, but even if I just had to go down the street, 5 minutes away, it's still time out of my day. It's a waste to have to go return something. It happens, and I understand that, but to be playing these shenanigans where somebody returns something defective and you just resell it because you're not going to bother checking to see if it works, that's just boo-boo. That's just straight boo-boo. Well, that's all I got to say about this subject matter. I've got other stories for another time. This just really irked me to see this, and I wanted to share this with you guys, so hope you guys can appreciate that. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Check out my giveaway videos, and I'll catch you guys next time. Boom.